But Gary, you covered the Patriots for many, many years and the Celtics for NBC, and you've worked with a lot of personalities during that time covering different teams.
Right.
Who was your favorite personality through the years or at different times?
I got a bunch of them.
Who's your favorite personality to work with?
Kevin Millar. Kevin Millar was great. Jonathan Papelbon was wonderful. I got to know. We did a lot of shows with Cinco Ocho. Mm-hmm. He was great. Tanguay. Last time I talked to him, I go, Pap, what are you doing? He goes, Tanguay, you Democrats. He goes, you guys are all want to take away our guns. You know, he's down there in Mississippi. They're building a bunker. But boy, what a gamer. Oh, I had a conversation with Papelbon one time. We were in a studio. They were thinking about making him a starter or something. I go, no. And he goes, Tanguay, he goes, you think I should be, you should think I'd be a closer. I go, absolutely, you should be a closer because you're crazy. You're crazy. You got to be a closer. You're coming in, you got men on first and third, 2 out, 1-run lead. I want you. Because you're crazy. Absolutely. And he was great. So those two guys were great. Matt Light, I used to go to, when we used to do interviews with him, I went to Matt's house. He'd go out back, do some target shooting with his bow and arrow. Vince Wilfork was great. And if the player was hurt, like Vince and Matt both had like leg issues, and if there was like a cast on their foot, it was like, do not show the foot. Belichick would if that cast made it on TV, Bill would be out of his mind. Now he's out of a job, but those guys were great. Those guys were Copen, they were great. They called me Gare Bear. They used to go, hey, Gare Bear, the offensive line. Loved them. Vrabel was great. Vrabel would really bust your balls. Rodney, I went to Rodney's house in Atlanta, talked to him. The thing with Rodney is, I said when he went through that injury, one of the injuries, I don't know if it was the one who was busted for HGH or not, and I said it's going to take him a year to come back. And these guys all watch. And Rodney saw that, and he said I was his motivation. He was back in 8 months. Came in studio, Tanguay, you're still gonna be out of here. I said, Rodney, I was just trying to motivate you. It was all part of my plan. But those guys were great. But here's the thing, though. They're all great people, but they were also winning.
Right.
When you're losing and you're criticizing people, it doesn't go so well.
Right.
This kind of gets me into another point on this question, is that were there any personalities, say, from athletes that were different behind the scenes with the media than it was, say, out portrayed in mainstream media? Like nowadays, we might see an athlete,
right,
Tatum at his press conference, but he might be completely different when he's behind the scenes off camera.
That's a great question. One of the things that I do recognize is that even though I was friendly with some players, they still had their guard up around me. They weren't going to be, I wasn't like one of the boys.
Right.
So they were all pretty, the one thing I would say about Brady is Brady would never swear in a press conference. Brady would always say the right thing. Very, and Brady, I was told, I don't know this, but I was told off the field, he's one of the guys, you know what I mean?
Right.
He liked to drink. He liked to have a good time. This is before he got healthy and all that, but
right.
He liked to have a good time and all that stuff. I do know of 2 expatriates, I will not name names, who were buddies who used to race they bought new sports cars when they got drafted, and they used to race their sports cars on Route 1 by the stadium.
Jeez.
And they probably had 75 speeding tickets.
Oh my God.
And they'd just bring them in and they'd give them to the head of security. And he'd call the state troopers and they'd take care of it.
That's
stuff like
crazy.
that. But no, that's a really great question. I don't think that I've, I don't think that I've really, I don't think I've run into that where a light goes on and it just, that's a great question. And I'm sure there are players that, when they say all the right things. I mean, I think that players are human And when the camera goes on now, they're also trained and savvy that they have to say and do the right things and be polite and so forth. But overall, I think I got their personalities.
What's up, guys? If you like that clip, you can watch more of us right here, or you can join us live right after every single Celtics game on the Celtics Talk Weekly Postgame Show.